Desire2Learn allows you to build classic multiple choice questions in your quizzes or exams. D2L actually provides important advantages for such questions over traditional paper-based assessments. For example, your multiple choice questions in Desire2Learn can be delivered in random order within a quiz, and the choices within each question can also be randomized, so that no two students receive the multiple choice questions or their answer options in the same order. As always, I build my questions within a section created within my question library. I click the blue New button and from the drop-down menu select Multiple Choice Question. To start with, I'll give the question a title so I can easily identify it. I'll leave the question worth 1 point. Then I'll paste in the question text. In this case, it is identical to the title and represents the beginning of a statement that is completed by one of the answer choices. But before I enter in the answer choices, I have several different options concerning how the question displays to students. Desire2Learn offers several options for enumerating the answer choices. Arabic numerals, upper and lowercase Roman numerals, and upper and lowercase letters are all available. You can also choose to have no enumeration at all. That's how I usually leave it. The next concerns how the answer choices are organized in each question. Are they stacked vertically underneath the question text or prompt? Are they side by side horizontally? Or are they stacked vertically in a drop-down menu from which students select the correct answer? Let's take a look at a complete sample quiz to see how each question type appears. Here we see a sample quiz as a student would see it using the instructor preview. For multiple choice questions, having the answers stacked vertically outside of a drop-down menu works better for lengthier answer options. Desire2Learn then displays the answers in a paragraph format with the text in long lines and easier to read. That's what I have for this first question. Drop-down menus tend to be better for smaller answer options where only words or phrases are necessary. In this example, however, lengthy answer options are in a drop-down menu where they are crammed together and aren't completely visible on my screen. They actually overlap the edges of the screen. In this third question, I have the answers arrayed horizontally, but the answers are relatively short. Just a small phrase in each case, and so they look pretty good. If they were lengthier paragraphs, they would stretch down, not unlike narrow newspaper columns. And in that case, there's really no reason not to use the vertical organization I have in question 1. Another visibility option I have is to randomize the options or answer options that students see when they take the quiz. This means that the answer options appear for each question in a different order for each student or each time the quiz is loaded. Now I enter my answer options. Desire2Learn gives me an HTML editor window for each one of these options, just as it did the question text up at the top. So now I have my answer options entered. For the correct answer, I will put 100% in the box provided under Weight. This means that students will receive full credit for choosing this answer. The other answer options will remain 0 because they are incorrect. I can supply a feedback message visible to students when they view their graded quiz or exam. This concerns the whole question. In this case, I'll supply a web link to a source on Fannie Lou Hamer that the class read and discussed earlier. I click Save, and Desire to Learn will create the question in my question library, ready to install into a quiz or exam. In this case, I'll click Save and New, so Desire to Learn creates this question and then gives me the same screen with blank fields to create another multiple choice question. Multiple choice questions, unlike multiple select questions, only allow students to choose one answer option. But I can have more than one answer option that is worth some credit. A simple example is if I have a question worth a single point where one answer is wholly correct and another answer only partially correct. Here, the first option is worth 100%. The second option is only partially true, so I will make it worth 50%. If a student selects this option as the answer, she or he will receive 1/2 point. I can add a localized feedback that appears if students select this partial credit option. This is a place where I can offer an explanation to a student as to why they receive some but not full credit. This will appear under that particular answer option and pertain only to that particular answer option, whereas the question feed box at the bottom of the Edit Question or Add Question page pertains to the whole question. So for this question, students could achieve full credit by choosing one answer, partial credit by choosing another, and the other two options are entirely incorrect, and so they remain at 0%, awarding no credit out of 1 point total for the question. Here I have the same question, now viewed as a student would see it after that student answered the question in a quiz and Desire to Learn auto-graded it. The question specifically notes that the student received half credit, or 1/2 point. If I click View Feedback, I see the instructor's explanation for the grade.